Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your Everton versus Manchester United preview. It's at Goodison Park, it's a 12:30 kick-off, and it's this Saturday the 9th of April. Everton's manager is Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard has got a contract with Everton until 2024. Frank Lampard has been the Everton manager for over 3 months now. Everton appointed Frank Lampard in January this year. I'm expecting Everton to sack Frank Lampard, especially if they get relegated. Everton are near the relegation zone, they are 17th. Before Everton, Frank Lampard managed Chelsea. Chelsea ended up sacking him, and before Chelsea he managed Derby. Before Frank Lampard, Everton had Rafa Benitez. They sacked Rafa Benitez earlier on this season. Before Rafa Benitez, Everton had Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti left Everton because he went back to Real Madrid. Before then, Everton had Duncan Ferguson. I think Duncan Ferguson has had 2 spells as Everton manager before. And before then, they had Marco Silva. Everton sacked him. At one point, they had Roberto Martinez. I thought Everton, to be fair, were very consistent under him. And a while ago, they had David Moyes. David Moyes endured 11 years at Everton, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving manager. So there you go, and I do know a lot of the players that Everton have got. They've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Very good attacking player. A while ago, Manchester United were linked with him. Richarlison, he's also very good. Everton have Decore. Everton got him from Watford. Anthony Gordon, he's a midfielder. They have Salomon Rondon, he's a forward. Andros Townsend, Everton got him from Crystal Palace. Andros Townsend is out with injury at the moment. They have Demarai Gray. Andre Gomez, he's out with injury at the moment. He's injury prone because he has endured quite a few injuries as an Everton player. Donny van der Beek, he's on loan at Everton from Manchester United. Donny van der Beek is out with injury at the moment. Dele Alli, Everton got him from Tottenham in January this year. Fabian Delph, he's out with injury at the moment. Seamus Coleman, he's out with illness at the moment for Everton. Allen, he's, I think, suspended. Everton got Allen from Napoli. Ben Godfrey, he's good. Everton got him from Norwich. Yerry Mina, he's a defender. He's got an injury at the moment. Michael Keane, he's a centre-half. Michael Keane is a former Manchester United player. Mason Holgate, he's a defender. Everton's first choice goalkeeper is Jordan Pickford. I don't really rate him, to be honest with you. He's had his good moments as Everton's goalkeeper. He did very well for England in the World Cup back in 2018. Jordan Pickford, don't forget, injured Virgil van Dijk last season. And Van Dijk was out for a long time. Everton have got another goalkeeper called Asmir Begovic. And they've got another goalkeeper called Andy Lonergan. So there you go. Let me put into the equation that Everton have lost players. They lost Moise Keane. He went to Juventus, I think, from Everton. They lost Bernard. Back in January, they lost Lucas Digne. He went to Aston Villa from Everton. They also lost James Rodriguez, did Everton. So there you go. In January, Everton got Anwar El Ghazi from Aston Villa. Everton have got him on loan. Everton lost their last game against West Ham 2-1. Man United are coming into this game on the back of a 1-1 draw against Leicester. You know, Man United dropped more points against Leicester. The last time Man United played at Goodison Park in the Premier League, you know, Man United won 3-1. It was a 1-1 draw between Man United and Everton at Old Trafford earlier on this season. Man United have done transfer business with Everton before. Man United got, you know, Rooney off Everton back in 2004. You know, Rooney did enjoy 13 years as a Man United player. And back in 2017, Man United got Lukaku off Everton. Lukaku enjoyed a couple of years at the club, and then obviously then Man United sold Lukaku to Inter Milan. Obviously now Lukaku is at Chelsea. in his second spell at Chelsea. And back in 2013, Man United got Fellaini off Everton. Fellaini did endure 6 years at Man United, and then when he left Man United, he went to China. So there you go, and Man United have got a couple of players missing. Cavani, he's out with injury at the moment, and Luke Shaw is out with injury. Luke Shaw came off injured in our last game against Leicester. So there you go. Tomorrow I'll be giving you my predictions for the game, such like my score prediction and who I think will score and that, and later on this week I'll be giving you my predicted 11 for this game. Anyway, you know the news regarding Erik ten Hag. It's said from the Manchester Evening News recently that Erik ten Hag's appointment to Man United is advanced. Fabrizio Romano has said that Erik ten Hag is already thinking about Manchester United. Erik ten Hag is the favourite to become Man United's next permanent manager. It's saying that Steve McLaren could be the number 2 at Man United if Erik ten Hag gets appointed in. The Man United dressing room is split over the possible appointment of Erik ten Hag. Ten Hag has a release clause of just over £2 million. And he's already been interviewed for the Man United job. You know, Erik ten Hag has said that Man United is a great club with great fans. You know, Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag to become the club's next permanent manager. Recently, Rangnick spoke very highly of Erik ten Hag with the Man United board. He said he's helping in the process regarding a new manager. And a lot of Man United fans would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You know, it'd be good for Erik ten Hag to come and experience the Premier League, because he's not yet managed in the Premier League. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. You know, like I said, he's won some Dutch Cups with them. He's won a couple of Eredivisie titles with them. And revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. And he's developed the young players well. Ten Hag has been the Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ajax appointed him in back in December 2017. His contract at Ajax expires next year. You know the news regarding Mauricio Pochettino. Wayne Rooney has told Man United to get Mauricio Pochettino, give him, you know, the time. Foot Mercato said not so long ago that Pochettino sees himself at PSG for a long time. Pochettino's under pressure at PSG, but despite that, Pochettino's already made it clear that he wants to stay at PSG. You know, PSG may have to pay 17 million to sack Pochettino. Pochettino not so long ago got interviewed for the Man United job. And the vast majority of Man United players, would like to see Pochettino become the club's next manager. Well, he is proven in the Premier League, which is beneficial. And I think he is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. Pochettino has been the PSG manager for over a year. His contract at PSG expires next year. He has won a French Cup with them. Revert back to when Man United sacked Mourinho. Man United should have got Pochettino then, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. We've sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson retired. Rangnick, he's on his way out of Manchester United. Rangnick is under pressure. As you all know, players have turned on Rangnick again. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for over 3 months. It initially said he's Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it said that he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. But obviously the consultancy role is now in serious doubt. Rangnick's drawn a lot of games as Man United's interim manager. He's lost 4 games in all competitions as Man United's interim manager. And he's said a few times that Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job. There's been good performances under him. There's also been poor performances as well. He's enjoyed 1 transfer window at Man United, and unfortunately he didn't get backed in the January transfer window. Before Man United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. He's made changes since he come in, to his credit, because revert back to earlier on this season, he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Rangnick's already said his aim for this season is for Manchester United to finish in the top 4. Man United are focusing on finishing in the top 4 this season. I'm sceptical we'll finish in the top 4. Man United can't win a trophy this season. Man United have not won a trophy for 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. And Rangnick, he's been inheriting players who other managers have brought in. None of this squad is Rangnick's. We've got to get the Glazers out of the football club, because they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. The Glazers have owned Man United for around 17 years. The Glazers bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. Revert back to a few weeks ago, it said, the Glazers were planning to demolish Old Trafford. I said, should Old Trafford get demolished? It said Man United were looking to upgrade the stadium. We're looking to increase the capacity in that to around 80,000. At the moment, Old Trafford holds around 75,000. Old Trafford is the second biggest stadium in England. Man United have played in the same stadium for 112 years, and the Glazers, revert back towards the end of last season, you know, United fans protested against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground and at Old Trafford because at the time the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. And don't forget, earlier on this year, Man United recommended Richard Arnold in as the new chief executive. He replaced Ed Woodward. In the last 10 years, Man United have only won 4 trophies. In the last 10 years, Man United have spent over 1.3 billion. In the summer of this year, I'm expecting Man United to make signings. I think we'll sign a midfielder and a striker this summer. And on the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to leave Man United this summer. Like I said, this summer Cavani will leave, Mata will leave, Lingard will leave, good chance Martial and Van der Beek will leave permanently this summer. At the moment, Martial's out on loan with Sevilla and Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton. Matic, Pogba will leave. Jones and Baye will leave this summer. We're looking to get rid of Harry Maguire, because it's said that Harry Maguire's Man United future is in doubt. Man United are prepared to sell him. Don't forget the other week Maguire got booed off for England. I think we could look to sell Wan-Bissaka in the summer. He's not good enough, plus he's not our first choice right back under Rangnick. Delor's our first choice right back under Rangnick. Henderson will leave this summer as well. You know, possibly Rashford could leave Man United this summer. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.